Hello, I'm John Kreitler. Welcome back. Class 2 of our course on investment prowess to become a better investor. The first half of Class 2 will talk about the 1983 shareholder letter of Berkshire Hathaway. Second half of Class 2 will look at the specific companies, Buffalo Furniture Mart and See's Candy. The 1983 shareholder letter, looking back now over 40 years ago, you'll see the genesis of becoming a publicly traded company, Berkshire Hathaway, his attitude towards his own shareholders, how that reflected into his investment thesis, his filter, his screen in finding companies not only to buy outright whole, but also to invest in. He talked about his shareholders as partners. If you look at your shareholders as partners, you're going to respect them. To respect them is to be a good steward of their capital. To be a good partner is to see them in the light of where they're coming from. He had annual conventions in Omaha for decades. They really have become almost a pop sensation over the last 10, 15 years, but he had been doing those along with the shareholder letters for quite a time. He liked to see his shareholders, certainly in the older times back in the 80s and 70s, when he could see them. He's looking to make sure that with the proper use of share buybacks, he's enhancing their tax efficient way of gaining wealth. He talked about the idea that he would prefer to buy businesses as opposed to have to invest in shares of businesses. But as it grew, Berkshire Hathaway, he almost had no choice many times to bifurcate the float that he was getting from the insurance premiums. The ability to buy companies outright many times did not fit the economic situation at the time, and he had to go about investing in quality companies, again with a competitive moat, many times. He talked about the idea that he was looking for an economic advantage, not an accounting advantage. Many times you see financial engineering with publicly traded companies. Over time, that either proves to be fruitless or possibly fraught with distress, possible fraud. You think of Enron and such. He also talked about the idea that he was not looking to expand Berkshire Hathaway for the sake of expanding it. He was looking for the per share, the share of Berkshire Hathaway for his shareholders to enhance the value of that. Those principles, along with the idea of being judicious with debt in terms of acquisitions, rides through in subsequent decades Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger's investment thesis. I'm John Kreitler of Kreitler Financial. Please look to complete the student Class 2 material, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.